Hey, welcome to today's rating climb. Super excited to get started. We're only going to be playing the Stonewall attack. Real quick, before we get started though, I did want to make a couple quick announcements. First off, I just bought this brand new game. It's called Nightmare Chess. You can see it. It's by Steve Jackson. And you can see here, basically you'll have some cards in your hand, and once you move a piece, you have to play that card. So it's going to be crazy. It can change the entire board up with one card, and you can play them at different times. So I'm going to be playing that soon and streaming that with one of my really good friends. We're going to kind of see what happens. Super excited for that. So go ahead and look for that video coming soon. Also, one other thing on the Stonewall, I have finished making my master series, kind of teaching all the ins and outs of it. So if you have enjoyed the rating climb so far, if you're looking to learn more about the Stonewall and all the positions, the ins and outs, look for that video. I'll try to link it below right when it's published. So yeah, go ahead and look for that. Put a lot of work into that. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Down at the bottom, hit that subscribe button, and we'll try to just continue going. Today we're going to be, we've had quite a few losses over the past couple weeks, so we're going to try to pick it back up. We're at 6 losses, 15 wins, 1 draw, 5 blunders, 30 great moves, and 3 brilliant moves. Let's go ahead and enough talking. Let's just jump into some games. So we're going to be doing rapid. 1 second while it loads here. While this is waiting, go ahead, go down in the comment section. Tell me your favorite theme to use while you're playing. This is mine. So yeah, tell me what kind of pieces you use, what theme you use. I'd love to hear and kind of see what everyone's using. That'd be awesome. Okay, so we've got e4. We're gonna try to get our Stonewall. Obviously, we can't go. We could go immediately, but then that's more of a. Oh, they boarded. What I was going to say, though, we could shoot to d5, like trying to get our Stonewall set up, but then it would be more of a Scandinavian, because then we'd either have to take back or bring out the knight. And we're not trying to play the Scandinavian. We're trying to play the Stonewall. So here we go. We're going to go d4. And then you go e3. You try to get your light squared bishop out as fast as possible. Usually when they castle kingside, you can attack their weak h7 square. You can see they pushed a pawn, so it's not that weak anymore. That's totally fine. We're just going to jump this pawn up, get our knight out, go for a quick castle. We can always bring this knight to the center. Kind of hold, keep control of this square. They're attacking it with their knight. If you ever see c5, I always think this is the best move just to solidify everything. This is the Stonewall structure. If they take, I usually like to take with the e-pawn. This opens up our dark square bishop. We can always push this pawn in the future, go for their bishop in the corner if we need to. We can always slide our queen up and over. These are all some of the plans. We could also try to bring the bishop out to the h file. Takes 3 moves. Kind of a long plan, so I'll leave that in the back of our minds now. We also got to keep an eye on time, but I think we're doing pretty good. And so far, we've survived the opening stage of the game. We're kind of headed into the middle game right now. You can see this bishop, it's really blunted by our pawns. So I really like how this piece that has, I can't draw arrows. This piece has like no perspective moves. And then, this piece can't really jump anywhere. So we could always jump our knight into the center. It's always a great move. Take back with the pawn if we need. I like jumping this knight up because, as we push this pawn forward, now we have a window to either do a rook lift, and we could bring a rook to the h file or the g file, our queen up, go for some different mating attacks over this way. Again, I'm pretty bad at drawing arrows, but hopefully you get the idea. And just to go over our rating, we're 1585, so we're trying to climb back into the 1600s. Lost a couple games last stream. I was not thinking. I kept missing things. I missed free queens. All these types of ideas. So hopefully today we're gonna be thinking better. I could just go straight for the rook lift. Could bring it out. Could develop another piece. I say we just go for the rook lift. There's nothing really wrong with that I can see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Always keep an eye on your king for safety. What I like about the Stonewall is this bishop really defends the weak pawn. So if they ever bring their queen out here to attack it, like he just did, that was an idea. I didn't think he would actually do that, but you know, I totally called it. We don't have to worry about him being able to come in and take this pawn, take a rook, you know, all those shenanigans. We can always just sidestep if we need to. So you know, there's nothing to worry about on this file about any discovered attacks, any tactics. We don't want to lose anything there. So yeah, I slid first because I just wanted to make sure my king was safe. He could have potentially gone for some sort of you know, sacrifice. I don't know, it probably wouldn't have worked, but I always like to just stay principled. This setup's just super solid, so it's kind of just plays itself at some points. And as you've seen, it's got us all the way up to 1585, and you know, we're still going. So let's get some games. Let's see, what do we think he's gonna do? This is probably his worst piece, so I could see him trying to move his queen somewhere, develop it on this diagonal, or you know, he might trade. He could try to jump into the center, so I should be probably playing this move next before I even get my rook over, because I do want to keep control of the center. Don't want him to be able to jump in, so that's probably what I'll do next. I don't think that changes anything. Actually, maybe it would be best to go this way now, because if he tries to kick it out, we can always just drop back. And then we can always go for a quick attack. One thing to keep in mind though, you can see obviously this bishop's blocked in at the moment, but if this piece were to move and this piece were to move, he would be attacking, he'd be attacking our rook. So we got to keep an eye on this bishop coming alive. And it looks like we're doing way better on time. This person's being pretty slow here. John 10400. So that's good news. Yeah, let's see what has John got hidden up his sleeves. Do like my position. Like I said, I think he'll probably push. We can always come back. Oops. One thing with your king here in the corner to keep an eye out for is the back rank checkmate ideas. Right now, obviously, you know, there's nothing to worry about. We've only traded one pawn each, so we have all of our pieces. I can easily defend that. Eventually you might want to push a pawn up if needed. If queens are traded, if it comes down to like a rook ending, you just want to be careful about your back rank and getting checkmated here in the corner, even if you could be in a winning position. Sometimes that's like the worst thing that happens in chess is, you know, you're doing great and then you forget about your back rank. You could have just pushed one pawn and been completely winning. It's the worst feeling. So let's see, what else can I have you comment down below? Let's see, maybe tell me what your favorite chess piece is, and why. I'll tell you mine. My favorite is the rook. Just like how simple it is. I like rook endings. I think they're super fun. They can get pretty wild. I also just like the look of it. I think it's pretty sleek. But yeah, tell me what your favorite piece is and why, and if you have any ideas for future videos or any games you want me to analyze, I love looking at those, so send them my way if you want. I'll link below my email. You could send them there, or Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. So, let's see. It's down to 4 minutes. Maybe this person just left. I don't know. Usually, you don't just sit there for 4 minutes thinking about what to do. Like, I don't know. Good news for us, though. I mean, probably got this game in the bag, anyways. Oh, okay. So he does bring his queen back. It wasn't really doing anything over there, anyways, which is fine. So that does take away our plan to come back. So I think we just develop another piece. This was always in our back pocket anyways, so I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to keep my time advantage. We can always slow down though, now that we know that we're 4 minutes ahead of the opponent. We can always slow down if it comes to a position where things get pretty wild. I'm kind of hoping he takes my knight in the center, because once I take back, this will really open up our bishop. We can try to trade it. All sorts of things going on over there. So, yeah. What else? Oh, also, maybe comment below your favorite opening and why it's your favorite. This was my favorite opening when I first got started with chess, just because I felt like it's so much harder to blunder. Like, it's so solid. Everything is defended. You can see, like, there's not a single piece that's not defending something. So I really like how easy it is to get into good positions. If you just play solidly, you'll usually either get a draw or a win. I feel like that it either comes down to one of those things. As long as you don't mess anything crazy up, like, it usually can, you can win or get a draw. So as long as you're not playing really bad like I was last stream. Maybe that was a good example of what not to do. So, man, he's all the way down to 2 minutes now. So he's taking like 3 minutes per move. I was kind of expecting him to speed up after he made that last move, but nope. Sorry, if I'm talking so much, it just can get pretty boring if we're both just sitting here. Okay, he goes back, so he went, boom, boom. He's just kind of wasting time and moves. This does allow us to come in, which is nice. So we could just play that without really thinking about it. I don't see anything wrong with that move. So let's do it. I'm thinking he might try to push a pawn forward or something. Which that only will weaken things up. So I'm not afraid to see that. Oh, interesting. Okay, so he's attacking the pawn, he's attacking my queen. Yeah, I don't think I want to go for a queen trade. I want to keep pieces on the board. So I'm thinking we just go back here. We can launch this pawn eventually to try to kick it out. But yeah, definitely don't trade when they have like a minute on the clock. You want to make things complicated, keep pressure up. Yeah, just all of those good things. You could also comment below your rating, see where everyone's at. I am curious to see what kind of ratings people are at. Sorry, I was not expecting that move at all. He just kind of solidifies my knight in the center there. Okay. Well, I think we could bring another piece. Don't see anything wrong with that. In case they trade, we can always take back. So And then this still defends our pawn, our bishop in the back. Like I said, this opening is just insanely good for things like that. We could always jump into this square now that he's given it to us as well. Oh, there is the trade. So now's the time. Do we take with the pawn? Do we sink another knight in the center? I kind of like getting the knight out. Just feels more. It just feels more. Yeah. If he takes, I mean, now we're coming in. Now it's all open. Just felt like more continuity. Sorry, I was mid sentence. So yeah, we can always land on this square, attacks the rook, puts a lot of pressure on him as well. Yeah, let's just do that. He's got 14 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Good game. Don't know where the opponent was for half that game. He started playing at the end, but yeah, that's okay. Let's do a quick review. I don't actually. You know what? Let's just pull another game. I don't really want to look at anything there. You know, we only traded like one pawn. We traded a couple times in the middle at the very end there, but you know, it was a pretty slow game. Okay, let's get our Stonewall again. We got white 2 times in a row. So again, it's d4, it's e3. Kind of regardless of what they do, we'll have to keep an eye out. But I like to solidify the center first. We can sink our knight in, then bring out the bishop. Pushing this pawn, you gotta, pushing the f pawn, you always gotta keep an eye out on your king's, you know, on checks. So he could jump here. We would just come out with our knight to defend, if that was the case. But see, now it's just completely defended against. He can't really jump in. Life's good. So honestly, yeah. Yeah, it's a different move order, but you know, we're doing good. Okay, this check. When you have a pawn here, like this was a move in the Stonewall anyways. They're just wasting time. They're just helping us get kind of everything we want. So it's always what we like to see. Now we could jump into the center or bring out the bishop. Let's bring out the bishop first so we can castle, and then yeah, we're ready to go. We'll go here first to prevent anything happening over on this side. This move, we got always remember when you jump in front of your bishop, it does block this pawn, so you just slide up, defend against that, and then you're ready to castle. No problems there. Now is the time to think if we're winning a pawn here. So we take, they take, or maybe they slide over, but either way, yeah, we'd win a pawn there. And then check, and then yeah, I think there's a free pawn, unless he decides to take my knight with his queen, which I don't think he will. Yeah, very good, very good. We can always come back. So I like kind of want to go for this. Is there any way he can stop that? I don't really see it. I'm gonna do it. doing it. This might be a a big mistake, but if we can sink our knight here, come up or over, I think it's game over. Could be wrong. Yeah, how does he, what does he do? What does he do for this? Don't know, maybe that was a brilliant move. Oh, oh shoot. Did we have something else to do? Okay. Well, that does complicate things just a little bit. He's still pretty trapped. We could try to go for this. Man. Shoot, cause okay, I don't know. I might have messed up. Wait. Okay, we're coming. We're coming in. It's gonna get crazy though. Do we give the check first? Do we take first? Let's take first. Wait. Okay, we'll defend against that first. Then if we can cut off the king, he's gonna be done. Okay, sorry I haven't been talking much. I've been really trying to think about this. Try to go for a sacrifice. I could always push up a pawn, but I think we need to do this first. Okay, this opens up an attack on the rook there. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Could have taken this first. Man. Should have taken that first. Ah, good game. Alright, we messed something up there. Let's check that out. I was playing too fast. I'm still trying to learn how to stream and like explain my thoughts. Thought we were doing pretty. I think we were winning at some point there, but I did miss that defensive resource with him bringing his queen up and over. Okay, let's come here. Let's review the first game. Let's check what we had going for the very first game real quick. I'll update the wins and losses too. That brings us to 16 wins. See here. We played 84 accuracy. There was no brilliant or great moves or blunders, so I'm not changing anything from the first game. And then the second game, let's check that out. Did have brings us to 7 losses. We did have one great move, so 31 great moves. So quick update there. We're at 16 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. Oh, and 1 more blunder. Six blunders so far. Okay, and then as far as quick review, it looked like up until here, yeah, we were winning here. This was just not the plan. I think after this we were just, we were worse. We were worse here because he had this resource. It says the best move would have been to probably just launch this pawn forward since he'll have nowhere to go for a while. Did not see that plan. So yeah, he defended pretty well. And I missed this on my queen. That was terrible. Alright, well, happens. Let's play the next one. We're going the wrong way. We need to pick it up. Okay, so e4, so we're gonna go for this. See what they do. They take, it's fine. Should we do, bring our knight out this way this game? Get our bishop out where it needs to be, and then yeah, we'll go for a short castle. If they ever make this trade, that's fine. That's good for us. Can even just defend it. Could take. Could come out with we could defend with the queen. Yeah, I kind of like with the queen because it also defends the square. So, and then if he moves his knight, we win a pawn. So, we could force that, but then he's coming in for check, and we can't push this pawn because he could take it. And if we, so, we could just leave these pawns for now and go for a quick. Do you have any tactics though? Go for a queenside castle. Is that crazy? Don't know. What to do? Yeah, we could easily go for a queenside, but then no wait, yeah, this pawn's defended, but he could take and then take just with this pin. Okay, we're at 8 minutes. I'm gonna bring my knight because I'm still trying to decide what to do. I kind of do like the idea of either a pawn storm on the king side since he's already castled, and we can quickly castle this way. It's really just gonna come down to see what they're doing, what their plans are. And again, always got to keep an eye on time. My opponent is the Doripan from Greece. Interesting name. Have we played this person before? I don't know. Wow, that is a very committal move, opening up your king like that. We just gotta take advantage of that. I think Wasn't sure before, but I think now's the time. Like we open everything up. You know, we're coming in. That's the plan. If he takes, we could take either way. I like how this one hits the bishop. I like how this one puts more pressure on the king. If he pushes by, we can always come out this way. We can jump this way. We can come back, try to trade everything off. Because here he can push. Then yeah, we're a little tied up there, so I think we just go for this. We can always push this pawn. He's pinned, so there's nothing protecting this bishop. It's always important to look for details like that. Since we moved our knight. Okay, let's see. This thing is pretty much blocked in. So I think we take the bishop, and then we're gonna win this piece next anyways. We can also win up here. There we go. So I think we're winning at this point in the game, as long as we don't mess something up. That is a trapped knight. So I can see him coming up here. We can then take and win a pawn. Then we're coming in for this pawn too, with our queen. So other than that, he could go for a check. We just take. It's a nasty pawn here, but then he's opening up his king. He could come up. Oh no, wait. This square is fine. That's his only move. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, we're still coming in. We are in. So he has to move here, here. Could come up. Could push. Just keep pushing. Yeah, I kind of like that. Takes away more, more squares. It's a dangerous pawn, getting that far up the board. So let's go for it. Other than that, you know, most of his pieces are tied up over here. You know, these two haven't moved the entire game. This one's pretty out of place. If we give him a check, he can't take because it's still defended. And he can't go here or here, so he has to come here or here. Oh, if this knight wasn't here, that would be an amazing check. We could also bring our bishop back, threaten this pawn, and then continue advancing it. Okay, come closer. Yeah, I think we can just come closer. Threatening all sorts of pawns, and I'm thinking my next move I could come here and threaten checkmate. That's the idea behind this move. Does that change anything? Don't think so. Alright, yeah, let's go for it. So we're 1 pawn up. Yeah, I figured he had to defend that way. Just continue advancing it. It's a very dangerous pawn. So yeah. He stopped defending this pawn, but then we lose our bishop. I don't want to do. If I go back here, we can always take this with check. And we would lose this pawn, but I don't know. He's in a pretty dangerous spot, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Could bring our rook up here just so it's defended. Kind of like that. Yeah, I'm gonna defend my rook before we have any problems. I'm thinking he's probably gonna attack my queen somehow. We can always slide over. Yes. And everything is defended. So, what is happening? I can take this here. He's coming in here. It's about to get wild, I think. Alright, let's do it. This rook is pinned though, I just noticed. So he's probably going to take this first. At which point, I think... I don't know, it is getting kind of wild. I do like how I have this pawn at the end of things though. I think there's just going to be a bunch of trades here. He's coming down here. I think we would have to take this first. Check. See, he's got 3 minutes left. We got 4 minutes, so we got plenty of time. What are you thinking about? Maybe this move? Maybe we just go for all the trades, right? Unless I want to come down here. But then might have some things going on here. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go for this. Now I can come in on the come all the way down here. Yeah, we go check first. He has to take with the king, otherwise I'm coming in. Wait, maybe not. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, we're just want a rook and some change, so there we go. I think we're doing pretty good. he couldn't take this. Otherwise he lost everything. Okay. See, I'm gonna shoot this pawn up and come out here with my bishop. It's just very passive. I haven't moved it like probably the whole game. Did I? I don't know. This attacks that knight. This knight can take it, and we just take back. That's fine. And if he leaves it, I mean, it's a really good piece. So I'm happy either way. This piece should at this point in the game you're gonna want to go for trades. So this piece should give you some ideas for how you can force a trade. If you ever see a piece on the same color as the king, you can line up directly on it. Now he's losing this knight. He has nothing he can do about it. It's pinned. If he moves it, we're taking it. You know, we want those trades. We can just push these pawns up all the way down the board. We have an extra rook, so we're in great shape. Honestly, the opponent might resign here. it's just it's over. So there we go. There we go. I'm gonna slide up first. Give my rooks some room. I might just put it right behind this and push all the way up. And well, I can't move the rook. I can't move the rook until I move this piece. Just realized. So yeah, I mean, I'll just come up this way to push if we need to. Yes, that's fine. As long as I don't blunder a fork or anything, I could come behind these and start taking stuff, or come all the way back. Now we can just come all the way back. Where can this knight go here? It's only square, really. Yep. Just fine. I'm just gonna push all these guys. And then they're coming in. If he goes here, it's a checkmate. So he saw that. This is getting this king is very close to being cut off. I think now's the time to start pushing. You can come here, attack the rook. I don't even think we care about that, because we've got the pawns going, and our king's here to stop any shenanigans over here. So push up. He's got 25 seconds. If he pushes this, we just take. If he pushes anything else, we just take. So cutting off the king. He can't take this pawn because then we're going. This bishop is a monster here. It's just taking away all of these squares. Alright, ran out of time. We're gonna go for the mate. We had 3 great moves. There we go. Let's quickly analyze that. So 1 more win, 17 wins, 3 more great moves. It only gave us 1 great move. Wow. Okay, what was it? It was. Sorry, flip that over. This was the great move, coming back, defending, keeping everything defended. Yeah, after that was a big mistake. Best move was to take first. If we took this first, he could take, and then, wait, let me see. If we took this first, I mean, yeah, we'd probably get the same thing, but okay. Let's go to the next game. The update. We only got 1 great move for that. I don't even know if I added it. I think it's 32. Yeah, 32. All right. We keep seeing e4. It's very common. Yeah, you just kind of prepare this move. We like to see that because after everything, this bishop just gets chased away. If he takes, we always take with the e pawn, opens the e file, but now our bishop is alive. His is kind of dead over here. So it's good news. We can bring out the knight. I mean the bishop. Sometimes I like bringing the knight out this way. We could also bring it forward, but then it get pinned. I'm gonna bring it out this way. Just keep things more flexible. Alright. Go for a quick castle. Also kind of thinking about this move. Just get our bishop into a better position. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Then I'm thinking we can get this knight probably in the center or something. Just see if he's gonna castle or not. If he does castle kingside, this is a hook. We can use our pawns to eventually get up here and open everything up. So it's bad to push pawns when you don't need to in front of your king like this. This gives us this square. This is kind of what I was going for anyways. I'm just thinking whenever you push this pawn, you always got to think about checks as well on this diagonal, but my pieces are blocking, so yeah, let's go for it. Okay. Well, in this circumstance, I kind of want to castle alongside since my pawns and pieces are all lined up over here, and this rook is already on the h file. I think it makes way more sense to be on this side of the board. It'll be more safe, protected, all that good stuff. Yeah, and as you can see, this piece is just not really in this game right now, and our bishop is, so that's good. He can, yeah, you can always come to try and trade things off. You can always just go back. I'm always keeping this sacrifice in my mind when it makes sense, but I think I need to bring my pieces first to be ready. Okay, that is a very committal move to be moving everything in front of your king. We go back, we get trapped, so we might just need to give up this bishop. That's okay though. like I said, pretty soon we're gonna be very safe. Our king is, and that does kind of open this bishop, which is unfortunate. I would have brought it back if I could have. Probably should have pushed the pawn first. Let's see here, we could go for something like that. I like that too, because when we castle, we're going to be lining up just directly too, with our rook on the d file aimed at the queen. So I like that. He actually could bring out his bishop, try to trade, since this is a very powerful diagonal for our bishop. We'll see what he decides to do. He could push this pawn. You know, we would take it. Gets kind of crazy. Oh, look at that. That's what he does. Okay, we could honestly ignore this. Although, no, then he comes in, so... Okay, I guess we take... So now he's attacking this twice. I don't think I care about that pawn. I'm just gonna castle. And try to open everything up. Let's see, how do we do this? He still always has this move. It's super annoying. I'm thinking we go here first. If he takes us, it completely opens his king. I don't think he can survive that position. Like, there's no way. One thing to keep in mind is this move. If it's ever defended, it would pin our queen to the king, and we'd lose our queen. So, if I have to, I can always sidestep to avoid that. Pretty good move. So we could just defend with the rook. I was thinking of going for this, but he always has this move, and it really makes me mad. One more thing about taking this pawn is he can take with this queen and then forces a trade. So I really don't want to do that. I want him to take me, so then I can come in like this. Exactly, like he can take this, but like I said, I don't think he can survive this. I don't quite see the checkmate in my mind, but my intuition just tells me it's there. So what is he gonna do now? I don't know. He's probably gonna try to run with this king or something. So I can take this pawn. That sets up immediate threat. He was probably gonna try to come here, defend everything. How do we do this? Alright, I think threatening checkmate is good. And if he does come here, we can always take and then take. And then we're winning a piece. At least. At the very least, we're winning a piece. Unless, I mean, if he takes that, then it's game over. Don't think he can survive that. Because then we're coming in here, check, check. Then we're at least winning the queen. Or another rook. Wait, what? Huh. Yeah, that was a pretty good move. It takes us away from the defense here. Could try to do the same thing. No. So let's see. He's got two attackers, but yeah, I'm just gonna bring another piece in. We're not totally in trouble yet. That was a good tactic, like taking us away. Yeah, I had to take, otherwise I'm losing my queen. See, I was trying to tell you that move was dangerous to watch out for. I probably should have dealt with that sooner. If he comes here, we can always take. Shoot. Just real. Wait. Yeah, that's okay. We defend. I thought thought I blundered something crazy there. This is a check, so that'll be my next move, but he'll probably defend against it. And we'll have to see what he does. Oh no, he doesn't. So we go for the check. We won a pawn, we're back. His king is exposed, so is ours. This is gonna be crazy. We got 3 minutes left, but I think that should be plenty of time to make something happen. If he goes to either of these squares, we always have our rook here to pin the queen to the king, so that would win a queen if he goes for that. If he blocks, we also have check here. Oh, we just talked about that. So, I mean, yeah, that's good. Take another pawn. Give some more checks. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take another pawn. Just make sure we have everything we need. I think he's tilted. Good game to the opponent. I think we did mess up somewhere. Oh, we had a brilliant move. Let's go. Gotta update. Hopefully it gives it to us. Let's review that one. I think that was probably our best game today. Let's see. We'll go back, update, and let's review this. Yes, it did give us a brilliant move. Let's come here. Okay. So let us flip it. So this is what we got. That was a great move. I thought this was crazy trying to just open up your king like this. Apparently, you know, this was what kept him, brought it back to equality. I was winning before this. I should have not gone back. I should have gone all the way back, and then I could have pushed things up this way. Okay. Good to know for next time. I shouldn't have gone here because that gives him tempos on my bishop. Anyways, we got here. I kind of talked about this. I kind of saw that coming, but didn't think it would be that big of an issue. You know, losing a pawn. I figured his king was so weak that we could generate some things. He played really well. Okay, so here's the brilliant move. We leave this and we come in here for checkmate. My intuition told me it was gonna lead to a checkmate, so there it is. Hopefully you had a chance to find that. Sorry I didn't give you more warning. But here we go. We did have a miss after this. We should have. What did we miss? Because this pretty much brought it all the way back to equality. Gave him some chances to keep the going and obviously throw in this move. So let's try to find this before we see the answer. What should we have done? Like we could have given this check first. Is that it? And then he blocks. I don't see it. Let's see what chess.com has to say. What was the best move? The best move was to abandon the knight and just keep up the pressure over here. It also doesn't hang anything over here, and you're just completely winning here because the king has nowhere to go. And let's see, is there any way, what would be the best move for them? Okay, he would come here, and then this is when we take. Now we're threatening everything. Yeah, he would come up here, but then we win this piece. And then this would be the position we would have gotten. Okay. Well, I missed that. But this ended up being the big mistake for them because we could take backwards. I don't think they saw that. I honestly didn't see that first either. I was like, shoot, we just left this undefended. He can take and then take and then. But yeah, ended up being good for us. And then we won the queen. I did see he had this defensive move here, and I'm not sure what I was gonna do for this. I was thinking maybe coming down here to double attack. Let me see if this would have been good. Oh no, then he's coming in with check himself. Yeah, that could have been bad news. Hey, we're still up a pawn, but then it gets more complicated. Okay, enough analysis. Let's play the next one. There's another brilliant move though. Let's update everything real quick. Gives us 4 brilliant moves for the stream so far. And another great move to 30. Okay. Okay, there's the update. 18 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. 4 brilliant moves. Okay, let's go. Let's get our Stonewall. They might trade first, that's fine. We're getting our bishop out. Block the check first. For this, I think we could just safely defend with the pawn. That's fine. I still like to jump my pawn forward here. Sink it into the center. And then we can go for a quick castle. It is annoying that he put his bishop on the same diagonal that we want to. We can always trade it off if we want. Yeah, this is what we got so far. It's not giving us everything we wanted, and that's okay. What he's probably gonna do, I mean, it looks like he's going for a kingside castle. Thinking we could defend this square first. Get all our pieces out. One thing to keep in mind though, this pawn is now unprotected since we just blocked our bishop. Always a good thing to keep in mind. We can always jump this way if we need to defend it, like absolutely need to. But yeah, this is the position we got. So next question for everyone, maybe tell me your favorite sport. Interested to hear what everyone likes to play or even watch. I don't know if anyone saw the hockey game for the US versus Canada. That was crazy. Still pretty fresh. So let's see here. This move we can just take and we win a pawn. Or we could try to pin the queen. Oop. I was pretending to make that move, but then it actually happened. Oh snap. Okay, you guys, try to find a move to win the queen. Just remember, this is on there. Look, how can you move the bishop in order to win the queen? Give you a second to try and find that. We lost a piece, but that's okay. Queen is worth it. And here's the move. Bishop to b5 check. And we're winning the queen. And they resigned. There we go. It was a great move. I'm sure bishop was the great move there. So I can quickly show you that. Won't spend too much time on this. I feel like review I get sucked into the weeds. So Pickle, we beat Pickle. Yep, there was the great move because it's just they're losing the queen. They're losing their knight eventually. They could have taken with check. We would just take back with the pawn just to keep the pin. Alright, hopefully you saw that. Let's go to the next one. We're 16-18. We're headed in the right direction. Wait, let me update the wins. That makes 19 wins. And 34 great moves. So there's the update. Let's go. We got our next one, another e4. We'll go for this. Also let me know down below if you guys would like to have music in these streams. I know sometimes I get kind of quiet, so if that would help, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, So it looks like now we're in more of a French defense type setup. I'm gonna teach you guys something. Once you have, once they've pushed their pawns on the dark squares, this is their best bishop because they're probably gonna push these pawns on the dark squares as well, kind of like how we do. So what we want to do is get rid of this bishop. One way to do that is to move it here, push a pawn up, and come here to b5, and it'll force a trade. And if they don't trade, we can just take them. Okay. So he pushed the pawn first. We can always we could still go for that plan. Or we could just come up here. Let's still go for it. Why not? He really doesn't want to let us have the square. Well, okay. Well, that's okay. We can come here and we can bring the knight around. Kind of do some hop skipping. This does open an attack over here, so he has to watch out for that. Yep, he saw it. So we'll do it. If he ever pushes that, then we could come in here. So this is an attack on the bishop. If not, we can sink our knight into the center, and life's good. Or we could go for trades. Let's go for a trade. That way, when he takes us, we get in the center. I did think about this. I think we can take first because it's attacking the queen, and then jump in the center. And he can take this pawn, but I'm thinking things might get dangerous. I guess he has some defense options over there, but I'm not seeing a way to punish this immediately. I guess we do this anyways. It helps get another piece out. He's probably gonna block. And then we solidify our knight in the center. Oh. Okay, so I think we take here. So now is the question of we just castle. I like how this square is open now for our knight. Honestly, probably should have gone there first, because that threatens a fork. Also threatens this pawn. Whoops. Missed that move. And I'm sure I'm missing tons of moves, you guys. So if you ever see a move, like, dude, what are you thinking? Put it in the chat. I want everyone else to see that. So please do that. We could then come in. Thinking about that. You can always give us a check. So maybe we castle first. Then we're coming in. We're down a pawn, but I think we can quickly gain this open file, maybe win it back. Could even double up. This allows us this square. Yeah, let's do it. We can always jump our other knight forward to defend if we want. And it's always good to get close to the king. I'm noticing it attacks this square too, so once we move this knight here, it defends this pawn, but also we're coming in for an attack, so I really like that actually. Let's go for the king. While his pieces are all over here on this side of the board. Let's just let him have his fun. And this knight, like, it can't even really go anywhere. I don't know what he's trying to do. Queens and knights, though, they once they're on a king together, like attacking, it gets really hard to defend. I'm sure you've seen this in some of your games. Like, it just gets wild. There's so many attacks being happening at the same time. Like, it's really hard to defend against. Honestly, yeah, this was probably his best attempt, but I think we can just try to push and win it. Is I'm missing something? I could come in here and then double attack the pawn. But I'll keep that in the back of my mind. I think we try to remove this defender and then go for a checkmate. He might try pushing this pawn to defend. That's fine. We can take either way. Let's stick with check. That way we can continue this. Probably has to go here. Right, because he can't come here. Oh no, he can come out this way. At which point we could drop back and then try to re-threaten the same kind of idea. So these are the two moves I think he'll play. Oh, okay. Did not see that. Thinking we can advance one more time, and if he takes, then it's kind of over for him. Probably should have thought about that move more. Playing pretty fast, but we're close on time, and I want to get at the king. And if he pushes by, I mean, it's the same thing. I'm winning the knight. So it's very dangerous for him. If he tries to like defend or something, I mean, I don't know. Don't know what he's gonna do. Okay, this is check. Check's always good, and then we're coming in again with check. Hopefully I didn't mess up. He's probably gonna come here. Where am I gonna move my queen? Did I just trap it? No, I always have this move back. Maybe repeat moves. Yeah, I think that's probably what we have to go for. I did not want a... Wait. He comes up. I could give this check. Does that help us in any way? It's worth a shot. Where's he gonna go? He can come back this way. We've pretty much always got checks, from what I can tell. Unless he gives up his rook. I don't think he should do. This knight's so annoying. Okay, I think I want to go back and then we can actually take this pawn. I'm just realizing. Wait, no, we can't. Then we lose. Bishop. Wow, this is crazy. I think this might just be a draw. Yep. Okay. Weird one. Not much to say about that game. Just, I guess he defended pretty well, and we got stuck in a repetition trap. Let's go for the next one. Let me add a draw. It's our second draw. You know, they happen. So here we go. Got our next game. There was the update. We're playing the Yogi from Venezuela. 1606. Trying to break 1700. We've had some good games this stream. I've actually been really enjoying this, even though we got a draw last time. Thought we had some fun attacks going on. Maybe you saw a win. Let me know if you did below. Yeah, let's keep it going. Let me know if you've made it to this far in the video as well. I always want to see. Okay, we keep getting aborts. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really trying here. Okay. That doesn't change our setup at all. So we're just gonna go for it. They bring the knight. I like to bring my knight first just to solidify the square, and then we're good to jump in. And then once they try to take this square, they want to jump here. Really, that's what they're trying to do with their setup. So playing f4 just locks everything down. This move we always have if we need it. Bring our other knight out, and then we're jumping in the center. Stonewall is just insane, overpowered. If he comes out this way, we're jumping in anyways. If he pushes, you slide back. Nothing really. We could always push this if we want. I might just take some more squares away from him. Now we're jumping in. Can't go here or here because of our queen. Going back, this just... We're coming in, we're attacking all these weak squares. And you can see his pieces, like what are these guys doing? Ours are, we have domination over the center. We've got, plans. We could maybe potentially sacrifice. We could bring this up here. We could go for a push in the center. Open up our dark squared bishop. What do we want to do first? I mean, if we go here, he's probably just gonna push. I kind of like a central push. Let's go for it. We could take either way. This one has an immediate threat on the the rook. Now I'll go for this. Okay. And there it is. Like, what is this? Move 15. Good game. Hopefully you guys found that instructive. Like, you'll get quick wins like that all the time. There's no brilliance necessary, you know, you just put the setup up and people fall apart. So that was our 20th win. That brings us to 1625, I believe. Alright. No great moves on that game though. It was pretty straightforward. They just pushing all their pawns. So let's go for the next game. Alright. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I think we push this pawn first. That's just the best way to go. And if they ever push by, we'll see another French type of position. If not, we'll get into our Stonewall. Okay. If we bring our bishop out, they can just take. So we can always push our pawn first. I think that's fine. We could go for a pin first. Usually this pawn's stuck. I mean, usually this bishop's stuck behind pawns here and just kind of sits here the whole game. But now we can really activate it. Make sure this kind of stays stuck. Yeah, I like that. We'll bring out our bishop. Knight can come here if we want. Bishop can always drop back. This does create a weakness over here, so there we go. That's what we want to see. Could drop back and come up. Let's get a battery going. That's one plan. We could yeah, let's get our battery first, and then we can bring out our knight and then castle kingside, because we're gonna want these pawns for a pawn storm over here. I usually like pushing this pawn, the f pawn, first to limit this knight. It'll stop it from jumping in the center. So that's that'll probably be my first move, as long as, yeah, we always gotta pay attention to what they're doing over here. So now I'm thinking we bring the knight out first, just to make sure we're able to castle. Then we're gonna be good to go. We could also, yeah, if you ever see this bishop come out here, like we want to do this pawn storm anyways, this just accelerates our attack. It's already gonna limit the knight, and then we can shove this pawn forward, you know, and we're coming in. Honestly, we might want to go for the battery first though. That's what I'm thinking, and then all we'll have to do is get rid of this knight, and it's gonna be a checkmate over here. I think that's our plan. But if we go here, he can drop back. So that is not ideal. We could take and try to attack it. That's an idea. Or we could, sorry, all these arrows. We could go and try to sacrifice up here. What to do? I do not know, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Let's come up here first. We can always, no, he could take that. This is kind of where we want our knight to be, but this bishop is kind of a nuisance. I don't want to come here and then just have to waste time going back, you know. Okay. We'll throw it backwards. And we can always take with our queen if we need. I think we should trade. We can't do that because we'll be pinned here. Can't really slide over yet. Gonna give us his rook. I don't know. We can just take it. And then if we push this pawn forward, it then trade it. But what's he gonna do? He could come here. Okay. I think now's the time to get this knight out. Always try to block off, bring our king forward, slide our rooks. We're not really in danger, we can always just move. Come all the way back. I think we can just go all the way back. Attacking here. Just push it. Yeah, that's fine. Then we're castling. We'll be safe. I think we go for this. I don't want to be stuck in the middle of the board. We can't even castle. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, I think we have to defend this pawn. He's probably gonna bring his rook over, and then we're gonna have to try to survive. This is crazy. Not the position I was trying to get into. Although we could yeah, I think now's the time to counterattack the queen. Then he could pin it. Just push forward. Yeah, I guess we just push. And then we're coming in. Sorry about that. Getting a call. See here. We can defend with our king. Can always block if he comes in with the check. Then we could try to slide our rook over. And yeah, let's defend that. I think we're finally escaping. It's crazy there for a second. Yeah, we can take that. We can take as long as it's safe. Is it safe? I hope so. I'm gonna take. Try to come in, but I always have this move. Now we're attacking his pawns. Wow, this is a wild game. Hopefully this showed you how to survive. If we survive this. What's been nice is this knight hasn't had like any moves this entire game, which is good. Like I said, if he went there, we're just gonna come over here. We could push this, and then we're really threatening some things. I missed a tactic. It's just a bunch of trades. Do we go for aggression? Or I think I go here. It's gonna get wild. It's gonna get wild. We push this. I'm gonna push this and start to go for the king. Don't know if this is right. This is getting crazy. Always have this check now. And this pawn is a pass pawn, so if we could get that rolling, that would be nice. This knight's very close to us though, so let's see. Now the time to start pushing it. So if they can come here. He's gonna have to come all the way back. And then do I go here first? Oh, he's defending it. Man. Shoot. Well, I'm gonna threaten it anyways. Because if we win a knight, I mean, that's still a knight. We could even change it into a knight if we want. Gonna win it. Man. Dang. Yeah, at the end of it, he's got to check, which is the issue. Dang. Just thinking we gotta defend some of our pawns as well. That would have been a big mistake. Alright, we start pushing ours. Now's the time. Gotta get a pass pawn on this side. I think I'm just losing this race. Dang. Yeah. Yeah, it's over. Alright, good game. Don't know where we messed that up. Let me pull that up. Let's see how we played. We got 72% accuracy. It looks like we were only winning at this point. Yeah, this was the only time. Wow, I missed a free queen. Okay. Well, yeah, we were just trying to hang on and yeah, they just had these going all the way down the board. That was really good. I should have gone for this before, because I mean, you saw how he won back the piece instantly. I needed to be on a different file. That was really hard to see. Cause yeah. I mean, I should have just kept the piece alive. Like, he's got so much coming. Okay, good to know for next time. Let's see, we're at 16:14. I think I have time for one more game, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Hopefully these have been some destructive games. Oh, oops, wrong one. Sorry. Here we go. Let's get the next game. We did have 3 great moves though. Sorry, let me update. 8 losses, and we did have 3 great moves. So that puts us at 37 great moves, 20 wins, 8 losses, 4 brilliant moves. Let's try to make something happen this game. Again, we're just going to get our bishop out and see what they do. Looks like they're trying to fianchetto this way. That's fine if they want to stare into the back of their own pawn. That's great. We're going to solidify the center. Come up. They could give a check if they want. Doesn't really do anything though. We can always push. See, do we want to lock this down a little bit? It also allows them to just push. So I'm gonna just leave it this game. Try to go for central control. Quick castling. We can always push this if we want. Jump in the center first. Yeah, let's jump in first. See what we got going on. Where are they gonna castle? They still gotta get some pieces out. Thinking we get our queen in position. We now have another defender of this pawn if we want to jump it forward 1. And our bishops are just kind of, you know, applying constant pressure here. So it's good. We can come forward now. It does give them the option to jump up. We could go for this to make sure they castle this side. Kind of like that. We want them to castle into us, into our attack. So we could slide our queen over. We could bring the knight. Let's get the knight closer. I always like to take with the pawn. It makes this knight have to go away. Now we're lining up on the weak h7 square. We can always come back here. Try to threaten some things. Could go crazy with her pawn. Yeah, let's get the knight. That's their best piece. Let's get rid of it. And if they take, then that helps us connect our rooks. Go for some other rook lifting ideas. Yeah, we're just gonna take. Nothing really to think about there. Now this pawn's just looking directly, but so is ours. So, let's see here. I think we can. Line up queen on the pawn since it only has one defender at the moment. Now it's got two. But I was thinking we can get rid of this bishop, start our own attack, and it seems relatively safe because most of their pieces are trapped behind their pawns and things. Could slide here and then just launch the next pawn as well. Ooh, but then I'm thinking of things like this. Let's get our rooks connected. We can take it, we can leave it. We can now slide up. I'm liking how it keeps everything locked down. Just kind of opens everything up. Yeah, let's go for it. We have an immediate kind of plan to really open up our side of the board. It looks like he wants to come here and remove us. So we gotta have a plan for that. Which we kind of do. I think we can just come back and then go for it. We are leaving this pawn undefended, but it seems risky to me. Maybe he can get away with it. Come back this way. Attack everything. This bishop's just not really doing anything back here. Well, now it's doing a lot. Oh, interesting. I'm noticing that there's a pin on this. If we could take this pawn right here, we he can't take back because the queen, so going for that pawn. He loses the queen. So we won our pawn back, which is good. I don't really know what he's gonna do. Just trade. And this attacks both. So if he takes, Yeah, we take the queen. And then if he takes that, and yeah, we're coming in. Oh, you might be able to force a trade. Yeah. I mean, got two connected pass pawns though. It's pretty dangerous for him. He might be okay, but it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Let's see. If he takes, we just take. I mean, I think we're getting a queen. Don't see what he can do to stop that. He's got these, but yeah. And that is checkmate. Here we go. Good game. Okay, I have got to go. That puts us at 1623. I think we can definitely get to 1700 next time. Thanks for joining me on Chess Squatch. Again, please subscribe, answer all those questions. Sorry if I was quiet there at the end. Let's review. We did get two great moves, so let me add that real quick. So it's at 39 and 21 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, 6 blunders. There's probably a lot more blunders in there actually. Sorry, I have not been doing the best at keeping track, but the main ones I want to track are wins, losses, brilliant, and great moves. So hopefully you guys found this instructive. Again, there's going to be another video coming soon where I'm going to be playing this with a friend. You guys can follow along, see what kind of crazy games we get. All right, see you on the next one.